Okay, so I guess I should introduce myself. So, hello everyone. I'm Rachel Byrne, and I will be the host for today's Seeds Culture Swap. I took part in Seeds for the Future in 2020, and I'm currently an environmental science student in Trinity College Dublin in Ireland. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. We can't wait for you guys to see what we have in store for you. We've invited several of your fellow Seeds to show us around their favorite local spots in their cities and to share their unique culture with us. I think we can all agree that we miss traveling, exploring, and exchanging our culture with friends from all over the globe. But trust me, this will be just as good. So before we begin, let's welcome Maya Zhu, Head of Global CSR at Huawei, to share a bit about what we've accomplished over the past year.
Hi, everyone. It's so great to see all of you here. It's been a long year for everyone, but with the support we've had from all of you, we were able to organize a series of successful events throughout this year, from the Summer Drinks networking event to webinars with the John Hopcroft, Jane Goodall, and Sofia Laraba. Over the past year, we've had over 3,500 seats joining Seeds for the Future from over 110 countries, making a truly diverse and international Seeds class of 2021. This is our second year of holding Seeds for the Future virtually, and as much as we wish to meet you all in person, we hope this online experience has been fruitful for all of you. Of course, we look forward to welcoming you to the Huawei campus in China once travel restrictions are lifted. With that said, this year's Seeds program couldn't have been successful without our VIPs, all of you Seeds participants and alumni. We are incredibly thankful for the love and support we have received from you all and how much you've put into this year to make it the best experience possible. And now, I hope everyone is excited for today's Seeds Culture Swap. Rachel, please take it away.
Thanks so much, Maya. So let me now give you all a rundown of today's event. So our Seeds tour guides will be taking you to 8 unique destinations today. We'll be splitting the tours into 2 trips with 4 tours in each trip. Feel free to shoot any questions or thoughts in the chat box as our tour guides are taking you around. And our tour guides will then be answering your questions in the dedicated Q&A session after each trip. And I'm sure they'd love to hear what you think of their special places. So at the end of each trip, we'll have a little quiz where we'll be asking you questions on the things our guides have shared. So make sure you're paying close attention. The 2 quizzes will be done over Kahoot, and instructions to join the quiz will be shown on the screen right before the quiz begins. We suggest using your smartphones for the quizzes so that you can stay on the event on your computer. Just makes it easier for everyone. So hope you guys are getting excited because I'm just getting to the good part. The top 4 quiz takers who get the most questions right in the shortest amount of time in each quiz, so the most questions right in the shortest amount of time, will win a 1-year membership to Masterclass, the online learning and inspiration platform. You heard it right. So be sure to give our amazing Seeds tour guides your full attention and be ready for some speedy answering. And just some housekeeping before we get into the fun stuff. So please note that this meeting will be recorded and parts of the recording may be published on our channels. Finally, if you come across any technical issues or have any questions for us, please feel free to send your queries to the chat box. So are you ready to enjoy the ride? Fasten your seatbelts and type yes into the chat box if you are. And remember to send your messages to everyone, not just the host. Okay, guys, so let's begin our journey around the world with our first 4 tours. So 1 to Saudi Arabia with Abrar Al-Ghamdi, 1 to Panama with Ana Gabriela Palacios, 1 to Belarus with Maxim Yurchak, and 1 to South Korea with Sujin An. So Abrar, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Hey, hi everyone. My name is Abrar Al-Ghamdi from Saudi Arabia. Today I'll be personally taking y'all to a favorite spot of mine. So sit back and enjoy. all the way from Earth to Saudi Arabia, specifically Eastern Province, a city called Dhahran, where an attraction named as King Abdulaziz Center for World Culture, aka ITHRA. ITHRA is a project pioneering in innovation, culture, and knowledge founded by Saudi Aramco that serves as the advancement for the public to be an environment for transformative experiences to unlock the power of potential through mastery in arts, science, literature, and innovation. The ITHRA building was designed as a collection of stones symbolizing unity by the Norwegian architectural firm Snohetta. A place that welcomes family, friends, kids, and individuals to have a great time and socialize. At the Energy exhibition that supports innovation, culture, and knowledge founded by Saudi Aramco in 2018, as a cultural center holds incredible vision, it is located in a poetic landmark at the kingdom's first commercial oil well, the Prosperity Well. As the center pays tribute to the wealth brought forth by the discovery of oil, it is now representing a different source of energy, the human energy. The ITHRA Museum is home to 4 galleries, respectively dedicated to Middle Eastern art, Saudi culture, Islamic art, and the natural history of the Arabian Peninsula. With a focus on knowledge and innovation, the galleries aim to enrich the visitor experience by offering interactive technology alongside historical and cultural learning to bridge the past and present. My absolute favorite spot in ITHRA is the library. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love at first sight? From my point of view, I see it as a 3-layered spaceship that's taking me to the moon. And while I'm waiting for landing, I get to read a collection of over 270,000 titles covering an extraordinary range of themes, topics, and genres. A library I recommend everyone to visit once in their lifetimes. I've won against many battles, just like studying for my physics exam, and when I passed, I really felt like I was on top of the moon. And to end the day, I enjoyed one of ITHRA's outdoor dining experience. Okay, that's it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abar. That was amazing. I definitely need to take a trip to that library. I think everyone else feels the same way. So next we're off to Panama with Anna. So Anna, whenever you're ready.
Before I start my presentation, good evening or good morning. And I'm gonna show you just a little video so you guys can see or have like an idea of what I'm gonna be talking about. So I'll show you right now. If you guys can't see, please say it on the comments so I can try to fix that.
Oh, Anna, you just need to unmute yourself.
Okay. All right. So what you just saw, it's basically a small, let me put this fast. Okay. 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 So what you just saw is Cartoonland. What is it? Where is it? Cartoonland is a small, humble seaside beach shack located in La Guaira, in the most northern area of all Panama. Um, Cartoonland is a name given in the 80s because of a TV show called The Twilight Zone, where they mentioned that Cartoonland is a place where anything can happen. With like the pass of the years, what makes it so interesting, is that in 2016, Cartoonland became a cultural house in the making for upcoming artists, performers, musicians. So why I think you should come and see it for yourself in the future, I hope. It's because it's an amazing place to share with these creative people, these amazing people that are trying to make maybe a name for themselves in this world. So I think everyone should have that experience. And I think it's mostly like sits right now, but I also think it's a different experience. However, it's the same feeling of community. And we can see like a couple of pictures of how it looks like, how is it. We share with the community as well. And why is this place so special to me? It's because I think it's an amazing place to grow. It's almost like a portal, super magical place. And I think that you can learn a lot about other people, but also yourself. So that's what makes it so special to me. And I think that every person that has been there feels the same way. So yeah, this is Cartoonland. I hope you enjoy it. So if you have any questions, I can respond in the messages. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. That was amazing. I love the message behind that place. It's really beautiful. So next we're off to Belarus with Maxim. Maxim, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Hello, I'm glad to be a tour guide and represent one of my favorite places in my city. So, let's watch.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Maxim. I'm from Belarus, from Gomel. Today I'm gonna show you one of my favorite local spots. This is called Park Festivalny. Let's get started. We will begin our little tour exploring amazing unique benches. There you can read books, take beautiful photos, enjoy the silence, or just go outside for some fresh air. Look at these benches. Aren't they wonderful? You even can do some maths. Wow. You better don't sit here alone. It's a sports complex where people can play tennis or football, work out in the gym, and run and even throw a javelin at Luch Stadium. By the way, did you notice that throughout our journey we are surrounded by trees? These are mostly pine trees, where you may encounter birds and squirrels that you can feed from your hands. Because of the trees, The air is very clean here. Going to Laos early. Likewise, there is a picturesque pond where wild ducks reside, though they are used to people feed them very often and it's hard to call the ducks wild. This Kagan is the center and foundation of the park. It was built in 1968 in the memory of the Soviet soldiers who died during the Second World War, and their memory will be preserved in an eternal flame. We also have the tradition according to which newlyweds lay flowers to the monument. The final point of our tour is the church. For the first time, I went to the church with my parents when I was a child. Besides, it's really beautiful. There are animals who live in the territory of the church. Because of the weather, almost all the animals now in a barn. I'm used to feed the animals since childhood. I always try to give the animals some food while I walk in the park. This park is special to me because my parents love it too, and my grandfather took part in the foundation of the park himself as a constructor. I hope you enjoyed our little tour and you may want to visit this park as well. Bye!
It was nice to share this place with you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Maxim. That's such a cool place. I've never seen a more unique collection of benches. Okay, so now if you guys are ready, we're off to South Korea. So Sujin, please share your screen. Thank you.
Can you hear?
Yes, all good.
Oh, yes. Good evening. I'm Sujinan from South Korea. I will guide you to my favorite place in South Korea. I hope you will enjoy it. Have you ever watched the Squid Game? It was a very popular Netflix show all over the world. If you see this drama, you have seen the traditional Korean game like 딱지치기 and 달고나. 딱지 is a folded piece of paper. You will win if you flip over the 딱지 by hitting another 딱지. And 달고나 is Korean sugar candy. The goal is to pick out the intended shape without breaking it. Do you want to try other traditional games in South Korea? Then you will like the place that I introduced today. One of the actors in Squid Game also visited here. Can you guess where? Today, I want to introduce my favorite place, Korean Folk Village. Korean Folk Village is living museum type of tourist attraction in the city of Yongin, Gyeonggi. You can see the real houses across the country were relocated and restored from Joseon period. We can guess how people lived. For example, in the third picture, people dyed big clothes together for hanbok, Korean traditional costume. Last picture is the Korean traditional totem pole, usually placed in the pair at the entrances to village because they believe this pole protect their village. You can see the different type of house, like farmhouse and house, who live the ruling class of Joseon. Of course, there are so many enjoyable points. First, you can meet a lot of historical characters who wear traditional costumes. If you walk on the street, you can meet the beggar who sleep on the street. Surprisingly, they are not the real beggar. They are actors who played the play of beggar. Likewise, you can meet various actors in this village. If you visit King's Palace, you can meet the king. You can do a lot of activities like wearing hanbok, making wearing hanbok and making dalgona and so on. Next, I will show the day of Korean folk village and the night of Korean folk village. They each have their own strength and moods. This place is so special to me. First, I can have both fun day and night. In the day, I feel comfortable because of the peaceful mood of the Korean folk village. In the evening, I feel excited and dynamic because of the performance of using lights. Second, I feel connectivity with my ancestor. When I visit here, I can understand how the behavior, pattern, and residence has changed. Thanks to our ancestors, we could live in better place. Every country has their own historical places that we try to protect them with all of our heart. I think this connectivity can make the world better. If you plan to visit Korea, I recommend you to visit Korean Folk Village. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Sujin. That was amazing. And thank you to all of our tour guides so far. Thank you so much for putting so much effort into your presentations. They are really special. Okay, guys, so Q&A time. Does anyone have any questions for our wonderful tour guides? And just pop them in the chat box. I'm going to start off. I have a question for Abrar. So she took us to Ithra in Saudi Arabia. So Abrar, where else would you recommend to visit in Saudi Arabia? It's somewhere I've always wanted to go.
You mean as in other place than Itra?
Yes.
Well, a site that I would like everyone to visit, maybe we call it the Corniche, which is like a beach in Al Khobar. It has a beautiful sightseeing. So I would recommend everyone to go there to enjoy, go bicycling, picnic, and have fun.
It sounds amazing. I'm sure it's so beautiful. I also have a question for Anna. So Cartoonland, seems so unique to me. I've never seen anywhere like it. Do you know if there's anywhere else in the world that is like this, or have there been any places that have taken inspiration from Cartoonland and built their own in their own country?
I think it would really depend because Cartoonland in itself, it's a house, but the way it looks, it depends with the events. Like that last time, that video we showed, that's from 2019, and the whole decoration was psychedelics, but it also looked like a rocket in the DJ booth. However, that's not how it looks in every event. So I think that everyone can make a little bit like Cartoonland, depending on the type of decoration they are trying to portray. But you can make it with psychedelics. It's the whole vibe.
That's so cool. Definitely something I'd love to be made in Ireland anyway. Okay, so we have a question from Raymond for Sujin. So Sujin, is Squid Game real? Do you actually play Squid Game when you were children?
Yes, I think all of Korean have experience to play those games that Squid Game showed us, like 딱지치기 and making dalgona, the Korean sugar candy, and so on.
Cool. And what are your other favorite spots in South Korea that tourists like? So this is from Matsiko. Where else would you recommend to visit?
In South Korea, you mean?
Yeah.
I recommend you to visit Korean Folk Village.
Cool. Thank you so much, Sujin. So I have another question for Anna. Priscilla asks, is Cartoonland open every day or just on special occasions?
Mostly special occasions. Like those events we make like twice a year.
Okay. And was it impacted by COVID-19? Like, did they have to shut down for a while?
Yeah, like we could still go because the house is the house of a friend. However, yeah, definitely we couldn't make any sort of event, so we kind of had to like switch to online. We started making events and parties through Zoom. It was really good.
Cool. That's such a
So
good
yeah.
idea. Thank you so much, Anna. Okay, so looking for more of your questions. I have one for Maxim, actually. So Maxim, is it possible to travel to Belarus without knowing the language or being able to read Cyrillic? Is it difficult for tourists?
You can visit Belarus, but in Belarus, little people know English or other languages. We speak Russian.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I also have another question for you, Maxim. So what would be a perfect meal in the park to take as a picnic from Stephanie?
Maybe some nuts or cereals.
And you
for
can share them
animals.
with the squirrels.
Yes.
Okay, so I have another question for Sujin. So this is the last question. So apart from Squid Game, obviously, what are other popular games that you play as a child in South Korea?
The famous game is called Yunnori, which is the game that we throw the sticks and we can choose one rock and go forth or behind, like how much the stick flip over. So you can search Yunnori. I will write in the chat box.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sujin. And I see someone has seen that game being played on Running Man. So that's cool. Okay, guys, so that's it for the first Q&A session. So let's move on to the first quiz. So are you guys ready to take the first quiz of the day? So like I said, the 4 quiz takers who get the most answers correct in the shortest amount of time will get a 1-year masterclass membership in this round. So remember, accuracy and speed. And before we start, just please keep these few things in mind. So you must fill in your full name as your nickname on Kahoot and type in an email address we can reach you at. If not, you won't be able to claim your prize if you're a winner. And if you're one of the 4 winners, please remember to take a screenshot of your results and email it to seeds@Huawei.com. That's seeds@Huawei.com to claim your prize. We've just sent this email address into the chat box now, so just note it down if you can. And when the quiz is ongoing, do not refresh your page, press the back button, or close your tab. You will lose all of your points that you've earned, and you'll have to start at 0 points once you rejoin. If you are disconnected and your screen indicates it's trying to reconnect you, just let it do it and you'll retain your points. So now if everyone can visit kahoot.it, the link is in the chat box, and type in the game pin. So the game pin is 2193978. That's 2193978. I'm going to share my screen now so everyone can see it. Okay, so I'm starting to see all of your names come in now. We'll just leave it a minute or two for everyone to get logged in. So once again, the game pin is 2193978. So just remember to read all of the questions carefully and give yourself a second to think before you answer, because I know I've played Kahoot many times and it can be a very exciting game and you just jump to the nearest shape that you see. But there's a lot at stake here, everyone. A 1-year membership to Masterclass. So take your time and I'll be reading the questions out. And I think there's 6 questions to go through. There's still people coming in, so we'll give it another few seconds. So once again, the game pin is 2193978. So we have 173 people, 74. Okay, still going. And also it's better to use your smartphones just while participating in the quiz, because you can see your computer screen and then also act on your phone as well. So it just makes it a bit easier. Okay, almost at 200. So once again, the game pin is 2193978. Okay, we're going to give it another 30 seconds and then we'll get started. So make sure everyone gets logged in. Okay, 10 seconds. So make sure you've joined in. Game pin is 2193978. Okay, let's get started. Okay, guys, are you ready? So Seeds Culture Swap quiz number 1. So first question. Which of these activities can you do at the Korean folk village? See real houses from the Joseon period, make dalgona candy, feast on all-you-can-eat kimchi, try on hanbok, which is traditional Korean clothing. So the answers are piling in now. Almost only 10 seconds left to answer the question. So which of these activities can you do at the Korean folk village? 5 seconds left to answer, guys. Hurry up. 1. Okay, time's up. Cool, good job, guys. Okay, let's see. Who is in the lead? Perfect, there you go. Okay, so next question. What's the name of the beach shack Anna introduced us to? Cartoonland with a C, Cartoonland with a K, Rainbow Land, or Cartoon Shack? 10 seconds left, guys. So what's the name of the beach shack Anna introduced us to? 3, 2, 1, time's up. Perfect. Most of you guys got that right. Well done. Okay, so some changes in the leaderboard. So let's move on to the next question. So question 3, what is not one of the animals you can find at the park Maxim introduced us to? So ducks, rabbits, squirrels, or tortoises? So once again, what is not one of the animals you can find at the park? Ducks, rabbits, squirrels, or tortoises? I hope you guys are paying attention. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, get your answers in, guys. 2, 1, time's up. Okay, that's good. Most of you got that right. Okay, some changes. Asraf is in the lead. So next question. True or false? You can meet the king at the Korean folk village. So true or false? 50-50 chance of getting it right. So Take your best guess. So you can meet the king at the Korean folk village. True or false? 5 seconds left, guys. Okay, time's up. Oh, that was nearly 50-50. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's go to the next question. So let's see. Okay, but some changes, but Asraf is still in the lead. Good job. Okay, so question number 5. This is also a multi-select. So in the Ithra Museum is home to galleries dedicated to Middle Eastern art, Saudi culture, Islamic art, or history of Arabian music. So the Ithra Museum is home to galleries dedicated to Middle Eastern art, Saudi culture, Islamic art, history of Arabian music. 5 seconds left. Okay, time's up. Good job, guys. Oh, we have some changes on the leaderboard. Miguel is in the lead. So final question, everyone. So who in Maxim's family played a role in the foundation of the Festivalny Park as a constructor? His father, his grandfather, his great uncle, or his brother? That's a tough one. So who in Maxim's family played a role in the foundation of Festivalny Park as a constructor? His father, his grandfather, his great uncle, or his brother? Last question, give it your best guess. 5 seconds left. Okay, time's up. Yes, his grandfather. Okay, so let's see our winners. So Mario in 3rd place, good job. Kayo in 2nd place, well done. And Miguel is our winner. Congratulations, Miguel, that's amazing, well done. And our runners up. So if you were in 4th place, so anyone who has come 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, just make sure you take a screenshot of your results on your phone or on your computer and just save that screenshot and send it to the seeds@Huawei.com email, just so we know that you've won so we can get that prize to you. But congratulations, guys, well done. Okay, so don't worry, guys. And if you didn't win in that round, there will be another chance to win in the next round. So just make sure you're paying attention for our next presentations and you might be able to win. So congratulations to our 4 winners there. So if you guys are ready, let's continue on to our second journey around the world with 4 more tours. So we are going to Brazil with Otávio Cadeira de Freitas. We're going to Lebanon with Nancy Al-Fatayuri. We're going to Nigeria with Chindemna Chijoke. And we're going on a tour to Belarus with Alina Savchik. So Otávio, when you're ready, please take it away. Thank you.
So hello guys, can you guys see my screen and hear me?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay, so hello guys, my name is Otávio and I'll be your tour guide for these 4 minutes and I'll talk a little bit about my favorite place. But I think that's important to talk about my place in a macro way first. I live in Brazil. I know it's not the best possible country to live in, especially nowadays, but mostly of the Brazilians do love living here. My country is said to be about partying and soccer, but it's not all just like that. We Brazilians are a really welcoming people, and we really do love sports in general, not just soccer. And we are really friendly and hard workers. And getting a little bit closer about my special place, we do have São Paulo. It's the richest and the most populated state in Brazil, and it has a lot of difference. It has a city of millions of people, which is called Latin America's New York, which is the capital, also called São Paulo, and cities with only hundreds. It has a city that never sleeps, and it has some cities that don't even wake up. It have a lot of difference, biomes, accents, and people, and it's really amazing. I really think you all should visit some cities inside São Paulo if you guys come to Brazil someday. About my city, which is called Sarapuí, it's really the opposite of São Paulo. It's as small as an egg. It is typically that old west city of these Hollywood movies with horses, ducks, chicken, people with a different accent, and the full package. It has 10,000 citizens, and it's really, really small city. And nothing never work or happens in here. But it's charming, the way you have to stop your car to a cattle to go through the street. And I think mostly of people that lives in here likes it. Not happy to live in a small city, my parents decide to live in a farm. And it's surprisingly really nice. We do have a few shocks when snakes or some dangerous animals come into our farm, but we are amazed when some wild monkeys come to eat fruits here or birds come to sing at our window. I do have 3 dogs, which are called Milan, Icarus, and Gamora. And Gamora have a scar because she fought a lizard a few days ago and won. As a show of her victory, she came to me bringing the lizard's dead skin, and it wasn't very nice. They bring nothing but a mix of huge love and destruction at our house, but it's really nice to have them along. We also do have a place dedicated to our chicken, and my dogs and the chickens can be in the same place or a war would start. The garden have a really nice mix of fruits and vegetables, and we don't need to buy almost anything here. We do have lettuce, cabbage, carrots, lemon, orange, and a lot of other stuff. So we are finally at my special place. This is the view I have from my window. It's really cozy, and I love to spend minutes or hours looking at it. I mean, this quarantine made everyone's head a little bit messy, but I think that for me, it was a little bit worse. So when I go there, I think a lot about life, about how I am doing things, how I am doing, how the ones I care are doing, and I relax a lot when I go there. So that's basically it. There are my social media if you guys want to be in touch with me, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Otavio. That was really nice. Looks like a really beautiful place.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we're off to Lebanon with Nancy. So Nancy, whenever you're ready. Thank you.
Hello everyone, it's Nancy Al-Fatayre, a SEEDS alumna from Lebanon. It's a pleasure to meet you all today, and I'm so excited to introduce you to one of the most wonderful destinations in Lebanon, the Jaita Grotto. I'm gonna start by sharing a short video for us to discover this magnificent place all together. Now, I'll grant you a virtual tour into this masterpiece while providing you with all the information you need. Here we go. Shaita grottos never fail to delight and astonish everyone as they carry you to a mystical world full of natural charm and excitement. There you'll discover the mystery of the caves with the stalactites and the stalagmites that are characterized by a great sense of shapes and forms, sculpted only by the magic hands of nature. Shaita grottos are situated in the Nahr al-Kalb Valley, 18 kilometers north of the Lebanese capital, Beirut. It is composed of 2 caves, a lower cave where visitors will take a short, dreamy cruise in a rowboat at a distance of 400 meters from the cave's total of 7,800 meters, and marvel at the majestic forms of concretions. This boat ride offers a marvelous trip while gliding into a tranquil river in a profound silence, broken occasionally by the melodious sound of water drops. As for the upper cave, it is visited on foot. The upper cave features a large concentration of crystallized formations such as stalagmites, stalactites, ponds, mushrooms, columns, curtains, and draperies. 3 chambers are accessible to visitors. The first is the White Chamber, which features the cave's most impressive formations. It is home to the world's longest stalactite, which measures 8.2 meters in length. The second is the Red Chamber, which is named due to its color. And the third chamber is the highest of the three at a height of 120 meters. Jaita Grotto is one of the main tourist attractions in Lebanon, and as such, it has developed numerous additional features for visitors, including a train, ropeways, a miniature zoo, and many sculptures. There are also numerous souvenir shops featuring handmade Lebanese products, as well as several restaurants serving traditional Lebanese cuisine. Jaita Grotto is the ultimate attraction for Lebanon tourists wishing to relax in the heart of nature and spend a day full of adventure and discovery. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. That looks like one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I definitely would love to travel there. Okay, guys, so now we're off to Nigeria with Chimdimna. So Chimdimna, whenever you're ready, thank you so much.
Hello everyone, can you all see my screen?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Hello, my name is Chimdima Chijoke. I'm an international student from Nigeria, majoring in politics with a minor in Asian studies at the University of Manitoba. I was part of the 2021 Canadian Seeds for the Future. Today, I'll be sharing about Obudu Mountain Resort. It's a beautiful place on the Obudu Plateau in Cross River State, Nigeria. It is 1,576 meters above sea level, which makes the temperature at the top different from the temperature at the bottom. It has beautiful natural views and is close to the Cameroonian border. I visited this place a lot growing up, and I made lots of wonderful memories. I enjoyed spending time in nature and spending time at the resort with my family. Anytime I visited this place, it felt like I was going to another world, with different temperatures, vast mountain ranges, and winding roads that led up the mountain. Obudu Mountain Resort is also known as Obudu Cattle Ranch. It's one of Africa's finest and most interesting tourist destinations. Obudu Mountain Resort is located in the highlands and deep tropical forests of Cross River State, with a temperate climate of about 45 miles from the border with Cameroon. So this picture here shows the view of the mountain, of the road that leads up the mountain. This intestinal road brings people up the mountain. The road network is spiral and it has a zigzag view like we can see. It's hard to drive up the mountain because of the sharp edges. So there's a cable car option for those who do not want to drive. The Obudu Plateau is found on the Oshi Ridge of the Sankwala Mountain Range in Cross River State. The Obudu Mountain Resort was developed in this plateau. The plateau is found in the Obanliku local government area of Cross River State. It has a giant, massive spread of over 40 square miles and rises about 5,200 feet above sea level, with its peak reaching about 1,716 meters above sea level. The plateau is known to be a habitat for many rare species. Due to its height, the region receives semi-temperate climate. The climate is suitable for the enjoyment of tourists, and depending on the time of the year you visit, you can experience some snow at the top of the mountain. And this is very unique as many parts of Nigeria don't experience snow but are warm all year round. So this is a picture of me and my siblings after lunch in the famous restaurant at the resort where they have dishes unique to the area. On the left, a picture of my sister and I enjoying the view of the mountain ranges. On the right, my mom enjoying the views as well. So on the left, my dad, my sister, and I took a walking tour hike of the mountain where we got to see different cattle. And on the picture on the right, you can see my brother with a mounted cattle head of one of the specific breeds on the mountain. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and you get to visit Obudu Mountain Resort in the future. If you have any questions, remember to ask during the upcoming Q&A session.
Thank you so much, Chimdimna. That place looks spectacular. Okay, guys, so now we're off to Belarus with Alina. So Alina, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Hello everyone. My name is Alina. I'm from Belarus. I'm 19. I study in Minsk at Bantu. Today, I would like to tell you about one of the most beautiful and soulful places in Belarus, called Beloveska Pushcha, which is located 20 kilometers from Brest in the village of Kamnyki. Beloveska Pushcha is one of the symbols of the Republic of Belarus. It is a huge territory of the forest, which has been protected for several of countries and is a nature reserve. The history of this place is very interesting and unique. Scientists suggest that the forest that grows in this reserve now covered all territory of modern Europe, but climate has changed, so the forest began to cover only a small area. The border of Poland and the Republic of Belarus passes through the territory of this reserve. Its area is about 152,000 of hectares. People come here from every corner of our country and from every corner of the planet. And they want to observe the extraordinary nature and wildlife of this place. The most famous animal in Beloveska Pushcha is the bison, one of the oldest animals on the earth. In the 20th century, such an animal as bison was almost destroyed. But the restoration of the species has begun in this reserve, and now the bison are not in danger of extinction. However, they are still listed in the Red Book of the Republic of Belarus. The diversity of flora in this place is also amazing. More than 25 species of trees and plants, and many of them are also listed in the Red Book. Beloveska Pushcha is a visiting card, so it's the must-visit place in the Republic of Belarus, and it's one of the oldest nature reserves on the planet. The official date of foundation is 1409. In addition, walking through this forest, there is something else to do. For example, the Nature Museum is one of the most famous and visited museums in the Republic of Belarus. In this museum, you can see a variety of flora and fauna of Beloveska Pushcha, but they transferred to the exhibits. Very close to the museum, there are areas in which conditions are so close to nature as possible. Here you can see ostriches, bisons, wild boars, and other animals. Another attraction of the Republic of Belarus is the residence of Santa Claus, which was opened on the territory of this reserve in 2003. Also in the forest stands the estate of Old Wizard and the Snow Maiden's Tower, as you can see on the picture. The tallest fir tree or spruce in Europe is also located here. It is already 124 years old. And in conclusion, I would like to answer a question. Why did I choose this particular place, and how does it differ from others? Beloveska Pushcha is extremely magical and fabulous, and it's also mysterious. Only here you can see nature before people settled on the territory of Europe. Beloveska Pushcha is attractive on its own way, both in winter and in summer, as you can see. The desire of people to take a break from noisy cities makes this place more and more popular and attractive. So that was all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Alina. That was really beautiful. I think this is a sign for me to visit Belarus. Seems like such a magical place. And Priscilla mentioned that it must look so beautiful in the snow. So I would love to see it in winter as well. Okay, so thank you so much. And thank you so much to all of our tour guides. Great presentations, really magical. Thank you so much. So we have time for a quick Q&A session with those 4 tour guides. If anyone has any questions, just pop them in the chat box and I will ask. But I'm going to start it off again, if you guys don't mind. And I have a question for Otavio. So Otavio, Brazil is somewhere that I would absolutely love to visit. I've heard so many great things about the people, the atmosphere, just everything. So do you have any tips for tourists who want to visit Brazil? Where should they travel to? What should they eat?
Yes, like there are like I think they're completely different destinations. Like you can go to beaches, you can go to parks, and there is a place that I went here. It's called Petar, like Patar, and it's really similar to the place that Nancy showed us. It's like a amount of caves that is really nice to visit. I recommend going there.
And I have a question for Alina as well. Someone wants to know, what was the name of the animal that we saw last on your presentation, Alina?
Last,
Yes. Yeah.
Белорусская пуща in winter, maybe. There was a bison, the national animal of Belaruska Pusha and the most old on the
Yes, I
planet.
think it was the bison. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And what is the local food enjoyed in Belarus?
The local food, we have our traditional food called draniki. It's like a potato pancakes, but made from potato. So I think it is very delicious. And if you have a chance, you can try it.
It sounds delicious. It's making me hungry. Okay, thank you so much, Alina. So I have a question for Chimdimna. So what is the meaning of the head in the entrance of the resort, I think?
So the head, because the name is also over the cattle ranch, and there are specific breeds of cattle on the mountain. That's why there's a head on the entrance to show the specific breeds they have.
Okay, fascinating. Okay, and I have a question for Nancy as well. After that beautiful presentation, what food, you mentioned that there was traditional Lebanese food that was served in the restaurants in the Jeta Grotto. So what is your traditional Lebanese food?
We have the tabbouleh as well as the hummus. Tabbouleh is a salad. It's very delicious. Hummus, it's really amazing. So I recommend you try it.
It sounds so good. And more of the food questions because I love food. So this one is for Chimdimna as well. What is the local food in around that region in Nigeria? What would you recommend to try?
Because the mountain has like cattle, like anything on the menu related to cattle or like either dairy products or actual meat, it actually tastes really well.
Of course, yeah, because they'd be prepared from the cattle at the ranch. Amazing. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you for all your questions. Okay, so let's continue on and get ready for our second quiz. Okay, so are you guys ready? And if you didn't win on the last round, so here's your chance to win your 1-year masterclass membership. Once again, the 4 quiz takers who get the most questions correct in the shortest amount of time will win. And of course, if you end up as one of the 4 winners, please remember to take a screenshot of your results and email it to seeds@Huawei.com. That is seeds@Huawei.com to claim your prize. You'll find the email in the chat box again, so just note it down. Okay, so if everyone can visit kahoot.it on their phones, I'm just going to share my screen again. Okay, I hope everyone can see that. So the game pin for this quiz is 239823. That's 239823. And just remember to use your full names when you're signing up, just so we can identify you if you're one of the winners. And also use an email address that we can contact you with if you're a winner as well. Okay, so people are starting to roll in. So the game pin again is 239823. We'll give it a minute or two for everyone to get logged in. Okay, so I think round 1 was good to have practice with. So you should be all familiar with how the game works now, and you can focus on getting in those answers quickly. Okay, so 130 people. So once again, the game pin is 239823. We'll give it about 30 seconds more just for everyone to join. Okay, so kahoot.it and the game pin is 239823. And just remember to use your full names when you're logging in. Okay, 10 more seconds. So if everyone can get logged in. Okay, let's get started. So quiz number 2, is everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. So true or false question. The Jeta Grotto was used to store gold during the Lebanese Civil War. True or false? The Jeta Grotto was used to store gold during the Lebanese Civil War. True or false? 5 seconds left. 50-50 chance of getting it right. Okay, time's up. Okay, so it was false. Okay, so Hassan is in the lead to start off. So question number 2, what city does Otavio live in? Sarapui, Rio de Janeiro, Belém, or São Luís? So were you paying attention? What city does Otavio live in? Sarapui, Rio de Janeiro, Belém, or São Luís? 3, 2, 1. Yes, okay, most people got that right. Good job. He lives in Sarapui. Hassan is still in the lead. So Priscilla and Raphael and Lan coming up. Okay, so question 3. The Jeta Grotto is the longest cave in the Middle East. True or false? So the Jeta Grotto is the longest cave in the Middle East. 10 seconds left. True or false? Get those answers in. 3 seconds left. 2, 1, time's up. It's true. Well done. Most of you got that right. Good job. Okay, not too many changes. So Kevin has overtaken Lang there. So question 4, Sao Paulo is also called Land of Queijo, Star of Brazil, Latin America's New York, or Latin America's Los Angeles. So Sao Paulo is also called Land of Queijo, Star of Brazil, Latin America's New York, or Latin America's Los Angeles. 5 seconds left, everyone. Okay, time's up. So it was Latin America's New York, but Land of Queijo does sound nice. Okay, so Hassan's still in the lead, not too many changes. Okay, so question 5. The most famous animal in Beloweshkaya Pushka is the hare, the bison, the deer, or the slug. So the most famous animal in Beloweshkaya Pushka is the hare, the bison, the deer, or the slug. Well done, it's the bison. Okay, so last question, guys. Will there be many changes in the leaderboard? Let's find out. So last question. Why is Obudu Mountain Resort special to Chimdimna? It was where she met a prince who gave her the winning lottery numbers. She was born in the resort while her mother was there on holiday. She visited the resort a lot when growing up, or she discovered the meaning of life while meditating in the resort. So why is the resort special to Chimdimna? 5 seconds left. Last question. 2, 1. Okay, time is up. So she visited the resort a lot when she was growing up. Okay, so let's see who the winners are. So in third place, we have Michaela. Well done. Good job. Second place is Kevin. And first place, Hassan, well done. I think you got most of the questions right, Hassan, so good job. And Priscilla is fourth. So don't worry, Priscilla, we'll have your details. So if you could all just take a screenshot of, if you're a winner, just take a screenshot of your phone or your computer screen and send it to us. But Priscilla, we know you've come fourth, so don't worry. Okay, guys, well, congratulations to all of our winners. And I hope you enjoy your masterclass and you can learn many, many things from that platform. Okay, well, thank you all so much for joining us for the Seeds Culture Swap and staying until the end. I hope you had as much fun as I did and that you enjoyed your trip around the world on this Friday afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it was for you. We do want to do more events like this today. So if you'd like to receive more updates on our upcoming events, please join the Seeds for the Future LinkedIn group if you haven't already. Simply just click on the link in the chat box and request to join, or you can search Seeds for the Future on LinkedIn later on and just send a request there. We'd also love to hear your thoughts on today's event so that we can make future events even better for you. We'd really appreciate it if you could take just 5 minutes to complete the survey linked in the chat box as well. So to wrap up today's event, let's all take a group photo. So if everyone can please turn on your cameras and give a lovely smile, and we can take a nice group photograph. So